This project started in a way 5 years ago because I was giving a lecture up in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I showed my slides and I showed one of the old ice pieces in the lecture. And afterwards, some guy from the audience came up and said, I love ice too, and I'm an ice sculptor. And here near the Fairbanks, we have this extraordinary ice. That it's the clearest, most beautiful ice you've ever seen, and it freezes 6 feet thick, and we cut out these big blocks. And he started showing me some photographs. One of them was of a forklift with this, monster cube of ice on it. The sculptures themselves didn't get my attention, but this cube of ice was just phenomenal. One of the greatest photographs I've ever seen. Now, I've since looked at that photograph, and it's, to see this cube on a forklift moving across the earth, it just inspired me to want to use it somehow. It doesn't have to be that big a wall.
Right.
Keep this in mind. How many blocks we got?
26 now.
Okay, 26. If we only used, 15 or 18 of them for the wall, that would be enough.
This one's got. Yeah.
We're going to build the wall up 4 or 5 meters high, and then it's going to start to melt tomorrow. And we don't know how long. We don't know how long it's going to last. It might last a day. It might last a week. It might last 2 weeks. We really don't know because we've never worked with ice of this scale. I never know exactly, why I do things. I mean, it just comes from my gut. I see the relationship to the Citadel. I mean, look at those stones up there that King Herod or somebody put in there. Almost identical size stones as these blocks of ice. Imagine this being built, 2,000 years ago. I mean, what an architectural feat. What a city. To have water turn to crystal and have liquid glass turn to crystal. I mean, they're both an extraordinary phenomenon. Probably, two of the most incredible things, one an act of man and one an act of nature. And so I've always loved ice. You got green and blue right at the same blocks.
Well, that's just the wall. They're not going to work, all at once,
That's what you don't understand. I want them on all at once.
All the 40 Thomas.
All 40 on at once.
All right.
I want all the energy going in here at the same time.
Oh, no,
I just want it full blast light. This is sort of an ending party of the, the biggest project I've ever done in my life. Also the most rewarding project I've ever done in my life. And I wanted to do a piece that would be a bit celebratory. And also I wanted to do this ice, more than anything, I wanted to work with this ice. Look inside this landscape in here. It's really phenomenal. This is really unbelievably beautiful. God, this is a world into its own. I mean, I feel like I'm, right inside an ice cave. What I didn't understand and didn't know was the quality of the ice. Never having worked with it, I didn't know what the blocks were going to look like. But as you can see, I mean, there's all this variety within the blocks. Some of them are clear, some of them are fissures, some of them have bubbles, some of them, look like a laser beam had been shooting through them. You have an idea, comes from somewhere, and it works. It always comes from deep down somewhere. You don't know why you do it. You don't know what makes it work. You don't even know until afterwards, maybe, what happened. It just sort of happened.